The transgender persons are one of the marginalized communities in Pakistan, who always face massive discrimination, hate and violence. They are sexually abused, physically tortured, and illegally detained, but no voice is raised for the protection of their rights. Transgender community is living all around the world, but their situation is very miserable in developing countries, like Pakistan. Due to the neglected and unacceptable behavior from the society, they are forced to adopt prostitution, dancing and begging. Despite very hard efforts of day and night working, they are ineligible to afford two-time food for themselves. Generally, their living condition is very pathetic. In Pakistan, about 50,000 national and international non-governmental organizations are registered and working for the rights of women, children, laborers and minorities, but their work for the rights of transgender community is not seen. According to a research conducted by a local NGO, Good Thinkers organization, estimatedly 42,000 transgenders are living in Punjab province, Pakistan. During the research process, the transgenders expressed their issues.
बहुत तंग करते ने किते आन मेले ते जाने ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਦਤਮੀਜ਼ੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਟਦੇ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਵੀ ਛੀਨ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ थाने जाके क्या मसाइल बयान करें। पुलिस का मसला, घर का मसला, बार का मसला, पब्लिक का मसला, ये लोग हमें तंग करते हैं। रात को फंक्शन से लेते आते हैं तो वो तंग करते हैं, पुलिस तंग करती है। ये माशरा में जीने नहीं देगा। ख्वाजा सरा कोई खुद नहीं बनता है, ये अल्लाह की तरफ से एक रूह पाई जाती है। हम इंसान हैं, ये दुनिया वालों को पता होना चाहिए कि हम इंसान हैं। लोग हमारी इज्जत क्यों नहीं करते, हमें हुकूक क्यों नहीं मिलते, हमें हुकूक क्यों नहीं मिलते।
घर वाले में नहीं अच्छा नहीं समझते, बहन भाई हमें अच्छा नहीं समझते, और यहाँ तक कि मेरे भाई ने मुझे फैर भी लगाया है, ठीक है, और मैं बहुत परेशान हूँ। अब भी मैं अपने घर नहीं जाती हूँ।
The transgender persons are highly sensitive about how family members behave with them, and react to their gender-based needs and activities. 84% of trans persons expressed about the abusive behavior of their family members with them. Research concluded that 55% TGPs did not take interest in claiming their right to inheritance. Around 34% TGPs neither received inheritance from their family nor from the guru. Nearly 10% TGPs had to face conflict either with their family or the family of guru on claiming inheritance. Nearly 1% TGPs could get the inheritance either from their own family or the guru. Current study shows that 57% community is not ready to recognize existence and needs of the trans persons. Similarly, 27% people do not like existence of TGPs, but they do not openly discourage them. However, 16% people show respect, equality and care for trans persons. They encourage participation of trans persons in public affairs, and motivate them to lead their lives as equal citizens of Pakistan. Research recorded that 68% TGPs are attached with dancing as their profession. Irrespective of profession, they love dancing. 22% are involved in begging at different places, particularly traffic signals and bus stops. 9% of them have been utilizing these skills either by running their own small shops or working as a skilled laborer at any business point. Only 1% of them have been performing private jobs at any company or local business unit.
To keep the miserable condition of transgender community in mind, in 2013, the Good Thinkers organization Pakistan initiated a project for social acceptance and to protect human and democratic rights of transgender community. The organization conducted various sensitization sessions with local media representatives, where the participants were oriented and motivated for gender-sensitive reporting and promoting the rights of transgender community. The GTO organized interface meetings between religious leaders and transgender community. In these meetings, the religious leaders promised to speak on the rights of transgender community, especially during Jummah prayer. During the project, the organization held capacity-building workshops for transgenders on their legal and constitutional rights and arranged various meetings with different departments and law enforcement agencies. Some sessions were organized with the political parties for raising the voice of transgender community in the provincial legislative assembly, where member parliament, well-known lawyers and representatives from political parties participated and assured their cooperation for the rights of transgender community. The organization arranged sports competitions between youth and transgender community, and these activities bridged the gap and provided an opportunity to be close each other. This type of activity was launched first time in the area. The GTO has established a very active Transgender Protection Alliance, which is based on the well-known lawyers, media and NGOs representatives, religious leaders and transgender persons.
Since 2014, Norwegian Human Rights Fund financially supporting the Good Thinkers organization to work for the rights of transgender community in Pakistan. The GTO established a human rights protection forum to give legal aid and support to TGPs. The members of this forum are conducting their regular monthly meetings. GTO organized various sensitization sessions with police department as well, and local police in Kashmir has started showing positive attitude towards the matters of transgender community.
गुड थिंकर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो कि इंसानी हकूक़ और लोगों की वेलफेयर के लिए काम कर रही है, इनके मुख्तलिफ प्रोग्राम में इत्तेफाक हुआ है शिरकत का। आज का रिसेंटली ये ख्वाजा सौ की वेलफेयर और उनकी समाजी कबूलियत पर काम कर रहे हैं। इससे पहले NGO या किसी भी टीम ने इतना काम नहीं किया जितना ये कर रहे हैं। उसकी एक ज़िंदा मिसाल ह्यूमन राइट्स प्रोटेक्शन अलाइंस है, जिसमें बतौर मेंबर मुझे शिरकत का इत्तेफाक हुआ है। एज ए पुलिस ऑफिसर ख्वाजा सौ की हर तरह की मदद करने के लिए और इन्हें सिक्योरिटी फ्राहम करने के लिए पूरी कोशिश की जाएगी और इनके तरजीह बुनियादों पर इनको मदद फ्राहम की जाएगी।
The organization formed a transgenders protection organization based on the TGPs, civil society representatives and lawyers, and its members are actively holding their regular monthly meetings and visiting government offices for the solution of their problems. The GTO held training workshop for the members of Transgenders Protection Organization and trained TGPs on communication and advocacy skills. This training enabled them to hold face-to-face meetings with district government officials for the protection of rights of TGPs. During the project, the GTO established a telephone helpline for transgender community to provide them legal support and guidance at any time.
After 3 years interventions in Kasur district, now the transgender community is aware and empowered to some extent. They have established their own organization and regularly holding their meetings. The transgenders now speak on their rights and demonstrate publicly, when and wherever it is required in District Kasur.
During the research study, the Good Thinkers organization observed the below-mentioned problems and issues of transgender community.
Number 1. Endemic social rejection and hate for them in society. Number 2. They're lacking inclusion in policy formulation and implementation. Number 3. The exact number of their population is still unknown. Number 4. No representation in legislative assembly or cabinet at provincial and national level. Number 5. The agenda for their rights and development is often not included. Number 6. Poor interest, capacity and support for political participation. Number 7. The interruption from the local administration in celebration of events, birthday parties. Number 8. Low cooperation and protection from the policeman. Number 9. Poor economic condition and unavailability of proper skills, jobs. Number 10. Unsafe sex and transmission of HIV/AIDS. Number 11. Lack awareness about rights and responsibilities. Number 12. Practically low contribution of civil society in development of this marginalized community. Number 13, little coordination and linkages with the relevant stakeholders.